What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another video on the Maverick Strada Short Course Truck. And in this video we're going to be fitting and trying out a new servo from Savox. Now this one is supposedly high power and high speed. Just look on the back there. There are the specs, model number, everything you need to know. So I'm basically looking at that number there, 0.065. I'm hoping that's going to be a big upgrade over the stock servo, and it should be better than the one I put in there when the stock servo broke. So this servo is a Power HD servo, aluminium, steel gears, all that kind of thing, but it came out of my TRX4 as a quick replacement for the broken one, and it seems that it's extremely slow to the point where this thing will try and take you out every opportunity just because it's become a foot magnet basically with this servo in there. So we've got a nice upgrade with the Savox one. I'm going to pop that in as well as fix some bent dog bones, or axles I should say, and we're going to go from there. Alright, so new servo installed. There's the old one, Power HD. Now I've got the new Savox in there. I did a quick test. It is much quicker. I'll show you in a second. Feels much nicer, as you can hear. I do need to set my endpoints. It did make some small whining noises when I first turned the car on, but I think that's just endpoint. So yeah, we'll do the setup and I'll show you how much quicker it is. Alright, so we're back from the first run with the new servo. Unfortunately, I had some troubles with one of the new axles that I installed, so don't know if you can see there, sort of hard to tell, but it looks like the thread on the axle wasn't quite cut correctly. So when I put the wheel nut on, it sort of felt a little bit tight, like it didn't want to go on there, but it was threading correctly, so I did continue to thread it down. But unfortunately, yeah, that thread isn't cut properly, and it caused the wheel nut to back off as I was driving, and now I've got a rounded out hex on the inside of my wheel. So that sort of puts a bit of a damper on the new servo, but yeah, other than that annoyance, the new servo performs really well, so you can probably tell from the clips that it's a lot more snappy when it comes to the steering, sort of getting those fishtails going along in the grass and the little donuts and all that kind of thing. Yeah, it seems like it's much more snappy and just happier. So the servo is quite loud. Now I did double check the specs when I got home from the first run. It does say it can run on 6 volts, which is what this setup is currently set for. This ESC doesn't let you change it. So it's basically stuck at 6 volts. So it should function at 6 volts. It is better off on 7.4. But yeah, I mean, it works. It's just a little bit loud. So I have to keep an eye on temperatures and make sure it's not sort of burning itself out. But yeah, anyway, so bit of a damper. Rounded out the wheel nut, or the wheel hex I should say. Now I'm not too phased, to be honest, because this wheel, out of the box, it was glued very wonkily to the rim, so the tyre sort of looked like it always had a bit of a wobble to it. And yeah, it just looked funky, so thankfully that's the tyre that rounded out. Yeah, so just waiting on some new wheels. If anyone knows of like a good replacement for these wheels, same diameter and all that kind of thing, I'm struggling to find short course tyres that are these same diameters. Yeah, I don't know what the go is there. Thanks Maverick, I think, for making their stuff sort of just OEM replaceable, nothing aftermarket will fit tyre wise. So that's a bit annoying, but who knows, there might be something out there to replace that. Just quickly as well, one thing I forgot to mention, I don't think I mentioned it in the other videos, is I have added these washers to the insides of the wheel, just purely because there wasn't a whole lot of bolt sort of holding it on that hole, and I don't know, it's sort of hard to tell. You can see the shiny bit on the inside of the nut there, so there's not a whole lot of nut holding the wheel on through the plastic, so I figured just a bit of reinforcement there. Yeah, did it a little while ago, so that's been working nicely. If you're having trouble with wobbly wheels or anything like that. But anyway, yeah, again, bit of a bummer, but keep an eye out. I'll be getting some new tyres for this thing soon, and then we'll be hitting the ramps again. So yeah, see you then. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more on this truck, as well as some other cars. I've got some other SCX24 content coming in the future. So yeah, subscribe for that, like the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.